Hello guys, today I will be reviewing the Manba One touchscreen controller. They're making them with touchscreens now. Yeah, I don't know how to feel about this. It wasn't actually too pricey, so I just thought I'd I just kind of cop one, if you feel me. But yeah, it has RGB lights, it has a little base. It's supposed to be wireless, but I think you can use it with wire. Just connect it right in. And it has a touch screen. That's the number one thing everyone notices. It has an interactive touch screen. I'm assuming to control the button mappings and settings. What do they call it? Macros. But yeah, we have these now. I'm not sure what other features a touchscreen might have. It says mode settings, display more help, menu pairing. I mean, it would help with pairing it with Bluetooth maybe. Just kind of tap the thing and it would kind of turn on pairing mode. Back view. I watched a few other reviews of this. It's been out for a little bit now. Exactly how long, I'm not sure. But I might be late to the party, I might not be, but I thought I might just give it a try anyway. Who cares? Who knows? You know, we might be in for a pleasant surprise. This is... I'm not entirely sure, but I'm pretty sure people are saying that this is kind of like a... Like Manba is sort of like a... Not necessarily a knockoff brand because it seems legit enough, but they're saying it's kind of like a, you know, Chinese... plasticky sort of thing, but then again there were also a lot of good reviews for it too, so I was like, well, you know, what if it's worth the money? Okay, so we can take the little cover off here. Oh, there's more on the bottom. Of course, USB-C cable for Switch, PC, iOS, and basically everything except for, I'm pretty sure it would work on... Would this work on PlayStation and Xbox? I'm not sure. If it has Bluetooth, you think it would work with just about... Or maybe not PlayStation, since this is kind of like, you know, Xboxy. It's an Xbox controller. It's an Xbox controller with a really, you know, fancy skin. Some clear little windows so you can see the rumblers or whatever, if I understand correctly. Has some RGB. Interchangeable thumbstick, that's cool. Wireless receiver, that's cool also. Charging station, Manba One controller, sure hope so. And well, I mean, yeah. So just a typical box here. The screen is actually bigger than I thought. It has a lot of protective stuff on it. Have a little Manba little stand right here that actually looks kind of close to the extendo router for upstairs Wi-Fi that I have, the one by Eero over there. But yeah, this is cool. I'm gonna take it out of the box first and then we can see what it is. Okay, so this is how it looks kind of out of the box. As you can see, there's still a few more protective little thingies on it, on the thumbsticks. I've noticed 3 reoccurring complaints about this controller, 3 sort of minor ones. One of them is that it's heavy. Another one is that it feels uncomfortable to hold with this little flat piece on the bottom here. They just think it feels unnatural for an Xbox controller, which it's basically just about that. You know, and the third complaint is that the X, Y, A, and B little buttons here feel a little bit heavy to press. They're kind of like, you know, it's kind of hard to press them compared to something like a regular Xbox controller, and especially heavy compared to like really good controllers like the Razer Wolverine Ultimate, whatever, that has like really nice, really soft, clicky buttons, and this one they're saying has much heavier buttons than that, much heavier when compared to that. So right away, one of those things is true. Another one of those things that I just mentioned is somewhat true, and the third thing is really not true at all. for me anyway. The thing that's pretty much exactly right that they got spot on with the complaint is how heavy it is. This is a heavy bastard compared to, you know, like things like a regular Xbox controller. Those things are really lightweight for me. The 8-bit dough is really lightweight. It's practically weightless. The Wolverine Ultimate is quite heavy, but it has a lot of components and it has a big old fat cord hanging off of it and all of that. This thing I feel like is heavy just because it has so many. It has like the touchscreen and it has like the batteries and stuff, and it's just a big fat frickin' controller. And the thing, yeah, so that's what's absolutely true is, yeah, it can feel a bit heavy. I don't mind, but you know, it's just something it's there and you could definitely notice it. The thing that is partially true is that these buttons do feel a little bit, they're clicky. I like that, they're clicky. I like clicky buttons, but these are kind of, you know, heavy to press, but I honestly don't care. It's somewhat true, but I don't think I'll notice a difference. When you're playing a video game, when you're locked in, you know, it is what it is. I don't think I'm gonna notice it. If you want to nitpick that, then that's fine. I don't think I'm gonna notice it. Let's see here. And yeah, so the third thing that I don't find true at all, maybe because of my hand size, they say that it's not comfortable to hold. Okay, I don't understand. I can hold it like this and it feels fine. Okay. These triggers are very not analog. These are just regular Xbox bumpers and triggers. I don't care, quite frankly. It would be, you would have to buy a very expensive controller like the Ultimate, the Razer Wolverine over there to get like better trigger feel and stuff like that. I don't really care with this. This is fine. It wasn't all that expensive. I forgot exactly how much it was. I think it was like $50. The Razer Wolverine Ultimate I think was around, I think that was like $100, so double the price. And yeah, it is what it is. This seems pretty high end for a controller that's half the price as the Razer. It has a touchscreen. I mean, it also has a lot of the same stuff that the Ultimate has, just cheap, a little bit cheaper feeling. It has like the additional buttons on the back. It has hair trigger mode, as you can see. Model Manba One. Manba. Yep, got the logo because of course it has like the little it actually has like the texture stuff for better like grip and to press the buttons easier. Make sure your fingers don't slip on both the bumper and the trigger. Usually it's just the trigger. So that's cool. What else? Take these off. How do these feel? These are supposed to be interchangeable, which they are, and they're supposed to be, yeah. They say that this is anti-stick drift. These are built for anti-stick drift because it's magnetic instead of like springs and stuff on the bottom, which is supposed to be way better. And yeah, as long as that's true and I'm not being conned by you know, the Chinese factories, then that's cool. That I think all controllers should have that moving forward. Some don't, but most of the high-end ones like this one do. It has obviously the clear little thingies for the you know, the rumblers, and it has, let me see this. Okay, so the buttons aren't up here, so the start is here. Back. Okay, we're gonna find this out down, you know, as we go here, but you know, the start button's there. Usually it's like here, but I mean, you have a touch screen. Not sure if there's going to be, how many features are going to be integrated into the touchscreen. Off, on, I guess to turn the thing. I don't know. All right, obviously we have the USB 3, or I'm sorry, USB-C. We have the USB-C thing right here. Okay. Yeah. So that's pretty cool. I think we covered like over half the features with just, you know, this time so far in the video. So the other half is obviously testing it in a video game, which we are obviously going to do. I can't get this out with one hand, I don't think. Arrgh. This is the, okay, yeah. This is the Bluetooth transceiver, or whatever you call it. USB 3. USB-C, USB 3, potato. I'm still getting used to it. Yeah, so after removing that black plastic piece that contained everything here, it also has, I found the cords right here, obviously, as you can see. USB 3. USB-C, USB 3, USB-C. Okay, we're good. That's the charging cord. We have some extra little doohickeys, some extra thumbsticks if you need them, you know, just in case. We do get, what is this? Oh, it's a screen protector, I think. That's cool. All screens need a screen protector. Getting tired of seeing cracked screens with no screen protector. And this is the instruction manual, because of course, hope it teaches us how to use the screen. But yeah, so that's what's included here. Customer service is right here. English, Chinese, or whatever. Put that back. And let me just say this. Okay? The charging station, the charging dock for this controller is peak. Look at this. No screws except for maybe those. You have the connector thingy for USB-C. That's a USB-C, not 3. 3s are a lot larger than that. USB-C. You have the place where you put the controller. It rests like this. This is spectacular. That is really cool. Really high-end looking. I'm assuming I can just place this thing right in here. Imagine it just breaks. The whole thing falls apart. Yeah. That looks good. The bottom of the dock has a little area where you can stow the little Bluetooth transceiver thingy. I think that's kind of cool. That's a really nice touch. At first I thought, oh no, this thing needs a battery even though you plug it in. That's terrible. But no, you just pop this in, and there you go. You have that. You can either, I think I already said this, but you can either use the little dock here, or you can literally just plug in. You can plug the USB-C, yes, USB-C into the top of this controller here. And then obviously the USB 3 goes into a USB 3 port on your desktop, because it will likely have that. So yeah, so that's how we're going to use it. I'm just going to plug it in here. I think it will look nice right next to all the other controllers, Switch dock, Game Boy, PC. Oh, there we go. I have it routed underneath the desk here, behind the lamp, into the back of the monitor, which has like 8 USB 3 ports. So it's going right there. It's taking up the last one. Okay, yeah, so it says it's charging. It's very vibrant. It's almost like a Switch screen. I probably need to take the little remove me thing off. I plugged it in, obviously. I put the controller down on it. I turn on my computer, and it pretty much just started up right away. The controller seems like, if I saw that little sign correctly, the charging battery sign, it already has most of its charge. So we should be good to go right off the bat. And yeah, all we need to do now is test it on a video game. Okay, and now we have the computer on. It's just kind of warming up, if you will, and we're gonna see how well what the gaming experience is like on the new controller. Yeah, so it shouldn't be too different from a standard Xbox controller. We do have to connect it first. Still have to connect it, which we... Wait, what? What is this? We? Wait, what is this? I... what happened? I thought I got a computer. Okay, so jokes aside, I did just get it connected. So all I did was I took the little thing back out from underneath the or back out from the compartment inside the little controller stand right there, which I linked it up to charge it. So now we have the controller is on, as you can see. We'll go over that in a little bit. This is the signal receptor. So this, I think I might have said that this was a Bluetooth controller earlier. It's not exactly Bluetooth, it is wireless, but it uses a receiver thingy, and that's not Bluetooth. Bluetooth doesn't use those at all. So if it was Bluetooth, it would connect to the system. It would connect to the actual system, like my computer, all of that, wirelessly, and it would not need anything like that. But it's pretty much the same. It will just take up a USB 3 port as well. So, there's nothing wrong with that. And now, so the controller is on. We can see the lighting effect from the on the sides here. That's about all there is in terms of lighting. You can kind of see it through these little transparent windows here. And by the way, guys, I got a glimpse of the rumble packs moving, and it looks pretty cool. So you can obviously see them inside there. And yeah, so there's, yep, I tried hair trigger mode. Those feel all right. Nothing feels like bad or out of the ordinary. You can kind of see the lighting through the like cracks in the shell here. But yeah, so this feels pretty good. So this is, yeah, so right here we have the buttons, and if you hold it for 3 seconds, it brings up this right here. Yeah, we have settings, mode, pairing. I just used pairing. I just selected that by pressing this. So the plus obviously means yes, back means back. And then you have these. Modes. You got modes. PC, Switch, Android, iOS. Yeah, so there you go. There's the modes for different devices. Config 1. So this is where you have your macros or whatever. Your button mappings. You have that there. You have display options, more, help me. But yeah, so that's about it for the screen. It's good for changing out macros and also changing device modes. Those are two very good features right here. Obviously you need the pairing display. You can change the brightness, LEDs, LED modes. You could just kind of change around like how the display looks a little bit, like the colors, like the vibrancy, the vibrant level of vibrance, I guess you can say. And you can also change like the brightness of the screen itself too. Like the overall brightness is here too. You've got, yeah, more languages. That's insane. My controller has several languages. My Xbox controller. Calibration, button testing, these are all fundamental stuff, but I'm confident with how it is now. As you may know, help me. Scan the QR code to view user manual. Oh wow, well there you go guys, it's right there. Scan your screens now, please. Looks like there's the dog from Undertale in there. Do you see it? I'm gonna stop messing around. But yeah, so that was that. If you hit menu, if you hit the home button again, it takes you out of this menu mode. And now you're back here. Now you can use it on your computer. If you're on the screen menu by holding this 3 times, like what I was just showing you, you can't use the controller with anything on your device. You have to touch the home button again, get out of that first, and then you can use it like a normal controller. The other mode is just for the touch screen, or not touch screen, the screen you use here. So just thought I'd mention that. No confusion. Alright guys, and now I guess it's time for the in-game test. I just chose a random one, pulled it out of the box for this, if you will. And yeah, so okay, so I guess I'm just gonna play a level and kind of show. I don't even think I really need to do this at all, honestly. I mean, it's just an Xbox controller with a screen on it. Yeah, I guess the only reason why we're doing this in the first place is to see if the shortcomings people have been mentioning come up when I'm actually playing a game. Because really the only way to test it is by doing the real thing, right? That was my logic behind this. Although okay, so there's a new level, and yeah, I don't know. I don't really know what to expect to get out of this. I'm pretty sure that's, you know, it's obviously the 8BitDo Pro 2 is the best controller for a game like this, hands down, and obviously not even the Razer Wolverine can compete with that. But you know, I still just thought it would be it would kind of be worth it to kind of give it like an in-play like test to see if it's working properly. Oh my goodness, what? This is crazy. Okay, so in terms of how the remote does, it's acting exactly how I thought it would, honestly. The only thing I will say though is the thing that there is kind of a shortcoming with this remote when just by playing a game like this in general, that I did notice that actually wasn't pointed out by anyone before this. And it's kind of interesting. So the buttons on the bottom of the remote here, not sure how well you can see that, but they these buttons right here. So like there's a home screen that opens like menus and stuff. That's like literally the Xbox button, and then there's start, which is like select. There's the minus, which I'm assuming is kind of like the sandwich menu button. Yeah. And then I'm not sure what this does. That might be a screenshot button, so I probably don't want to press that. But those buttons are the only downside because now I need to remap my muscle memory and learn how to use these, which it's a bit less obvious than a traditional Xbox controller. But I don't actually think that that's that big of a deal. It's literally just a matter of getting used to using this controller. Everything else is exactly the same. So if we go here, so I can play it like normal, but I can see how in the heat of the moment, like you're locked in, you're focusing on a video game, you're trying to like, you know, you're trying to play a game, and you're really quickly trying to like pause it or do something with these buttons, you might mess up the first few times. Trying to figure it out. I don't really know what I just did there. I think I just turned off the HUD. Okay, the HUD's back. Yeah, so it can be kind of unusual if you're trying to go from using a actual Xbox controller with all the buttons in the right place versus using this. That's the only shortcoming. Actually, and also the thing I said earlier about it being a bit heavier, it's not even noticeable. It's not even a thing worth mentioning. I don't really understand
what their logic was, the person I was watching, but it's not a big deal at all. Yeah, so that's what I've noticed. I could play a little bit more of this, but I don't think any amount of gameplay in the world would justify, like, would, you know, I don't think anything else is worth mentioning here. Other than that, and we just died. But yeah, it can be a bit tricky learning to use these bottom buttons, but they're the same as the Xbox controls. It's the same functionality. It's just built different, you know, just like the meme. And that's mainly the #1 thing I wanted to point out, was just that. Everything else. This is actually a very responsive controller, which is a very, very good thing for me anyways. I like high sensitivity. If you don't like high sensitivity, there's obviously something in the home screen, or like the little features menu screen thingy to change that if you don't like high sensitivity. I do. Maybe not super high in my case, just like fairly high. Above middle sensitivity. Well above mid. So, that's about it. I don't really have anything else that I like to point out, really. It's a badass looking controller, obviously. The upsides are abundant. It has, you know, it's responsive, it's nice, it has, you know, it has a really cool skin on it, really nice clear case. It has RGB, it has a few extra buttons for button mappings, it has the screen to manage your macros and controller settings and whatever. And even when playing a game, all of the other shortcomings, like the buttons being like not soft enough to press, that's not even an issue. That's no big deal. That's fine. I haven't had any trouble with that at all. It's not even worth mentioning. The D-pad's a little bit stiff, but it's basically not worth mentioning. Again, it's like not, I can use it just fine. As you can see, I'm using the directional pad. And the buttons are fine. The buttons are actually quite light, I'd say. And yeah, that's just about it. It has some nice textures, some nice textured grip things for the bumpers and triggers. And that's it. It's a really nice Xbox controller. That's the verdict. It's a nice Xbox controller that has a menu screen. There you have it. I don't really understand anyone's complaints about it. I think it's just fine. Holding it's just fine. You make it rest in your hands while you use it. You know, it's not something. I don't know why you would need the grips to be absolutely perfect unless you're the person who really just clenches the crap out of the handles on the controller. I don't. I just let it sit in my hands as I use it, you know. And that's about it. Yeah, so that was a controller review with gameplay added, because I just felt like, you know, what if it is really bad from a functional standpoint? It's not. It's just fine. I just tested it right here, right now, and that is that. Until next time, stay awesome, Rifters.